Greetings and welcome to this e-juice review from a brand new range which is called Pipe Dream. Pipe Dream are known as handcrafted bespoke e-liquids from the Holy Land. They actually come from Israel. They allegedly use only the very best ingredients in their juice, their PG, their VG, their nicotine, their flavourings. They're all nasty free, no diacetyl or anything like that. But the thing that struck me about this range, above most of the other e-juices that I've tasted, is just the quality of the vape and the flavour, as well as having some pretty unique flavour profiles, and they are unique as you'll see. These really are some special e-liquids. Small one-man band, a chap called Shy, who definitely isn't shy when it comes to making fantastic e-liquid. It's max VG with something like 15%, I believe, around 15% flavourings in the max VG. He actually told me that that he uses no less than 8 to 12 different flavour concentrates depending on the blend of juice that he's making. It's available in a range of nicotine levels that you don't usually find. Usually you just get your standard 0, 3, 6, 9, 0, 3, 6, 12. Pipe Dream actually offers 0, 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5 and 9. I actually find 3 milligrams, and I do use pretty extreme drippers and coil builds, but I actually tend to prefer excuse me. I actually tend to prefer around 4.5 milligrams of nicotine because I find 3 not quite enough and 6 sometimes too much. It does depend. Anyway, without further ado, I got 13 samples from Pipe Dream for the purposes of this review. I don't want to make this too long. We're already 2 minutes in and I want to keep these videos under 10 minutes if I can. So I'm just going to review 3 at a time. So that will be like 4 reviews, maybe 5. We'll see how we go. I'm going to be reviewing 3 today. Autumn Fog. The bottles are just little sample bottles, nothing really to see here. Autumn Fog, Party Dress, and something called Dvash Kipodim, which in English is Hedgehog Honey. I didn't know hedgehogs made honey, but we shall see how we go. I'm going to be vaping on my new sexy cuboid. I hope the batteries will last us. I have a dual vertical Clapton coil build, reading at 0.49 ohms, running about 55 watts. It's a nice hot vape. It's going to get fogged out in here in no time. And the juice is called Autumn Fog, so that's going to add to the fog, I think. Anyway, let's get down to it. I'm not going to change cotton in between because I'm only going to drip a little bit on. This particular juice is such a bold flavour, such a strong flavour that you could put it on top of 3 other juices and you could still taste it off the top. Ideally, I would change the cotton each time, but I don't necessarily think it's worth it. So I'm not going to, because I want to speed things up. Okay, let's just have a look at their website. Autumn Fog is the latest addition to Pipe Dream's signature range. Blah, blah, blah. This juice is pressed from a seasonal blend of 4 sumptuous cider apples, so it's a cider juice. Not that I've ever tasted a cider e-juice before, although I do like drinking cider. The mixmaster added some fermented Irish stout yeast as well as some rich Kentucky bourbon to give this e-juice its full-flavoured oak aroma and underlying whiskey tones. I don't even know where to begin with that. I've never come across such a juice. I happen to be a fan of top shelf juices such as Five Thorns, Suicide Bunny, Cutwood, to name a few. I could carry on, but it's not about them. Today it's about Pipe Dream. Let's see how we go. Okay, we're going to begin with this. Begin with the autumn fog. Only 3 milliliter samples in here, so I'm going to have to kind of go easy. Excuse me, let me just turn my phone off. I don't want to be bothered here. Okay. Oh. Wow. That is a strong, strong smell of apples. Different apples, cider apples, alcoholic apples, fermented apples. Whiskey, I'm also getting a slight sort of undertone of that. I like to do something that some people don't agree with, and some do. It's tasting the juice from my finger, just a tiny, tiny drop. That is delicious. Very rich flavour. I just got this look on my face because I've never really come across a cider juice or an alcohol juice before. There's a couple in the range. Anyway, here we go, autumn fog. We've got the Velocity dripper. Let's take it for a vape. I'll let you know my thoughts. Wow. Being a max VG, there's obviously going to be some pretty whopping clouds, as you already saw. Some kind of spicy, almost cinnamony type undertone. This isn't one that's, you know, this on the inhale, that on the exhale, aftertaste of this. It's all together in one. I can't explain that. If you're a vapor who likes complex juices, you'll know what I mean. It's not like I get an inhale flavour, an exhale flavour. It's all sublimely mixed together in one. Cider, good quality cider with a slight throat hit from the, I assume from either the nicotine or the flavourings, but a nice throat hit, like you feel like you get the apple hit in your throat. That's absolutely delicious. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give that a solid 9 out of 10. I'm not sure it's an all-day vape. Although it's very refreshing, it may be just a little heavy for an all-day vape. Either way, absolutely delicious. And that is a very good start to the Pipe Dream range. Okay, I'm moving on quickly because I'm not editing this video. So I just want to move quickly with this and get it done. Okay. The next one we're going to taste for you is one called, where is it? Yeah, it's here. I'm going to actually change what I was doing. I decided that I enjoyed the apples on that so much, and I remember that this one, which is called πA², is obviously an apple pie. And I decided that I want to taste that next because I got the taste for apples. Let's have a look. πA² is a pie with a little bit of A² added to it. A sugary deep dish apple pie just like Mum used to make with a flaky savoury pastry. But it doesn't stop there as you start to enjoy the sweet caramel drizzled lovingly over the pie with 2 nice dollops of whipped cream and some French vanilla bean ice cream on the side. Obviously, the description writer is a good one, and he's obviously feeling very inspired by these juices. Let's see how they taste and how they vape. That's divine. That just tastes like an apple pie with vanilla ice cream and cream. I can't say anything else. It's vanilla ice cream, apple flaky pastry and cream. I can't wait to try this one. Very excited. I'm only putting a few drops on here because I just want to taste, literally just taste and go. So it was that one. The first one we tried was, where's it gone? Bear with me. Why have I lost it? Come on. Okay. I've lost my autumn fog. Autumn fog, yeah, that's what it was called. Ah, it's right at the front, obviously. Okay. πA², let's go. Apples, apple pie crust, flaky crust. Not so buttery, like not such a buttery pastry, more of a divine. I never tasted, again, I just never tasted anything like that. I'm not a big fan of single flavour vapes like apple or just raspberry. Excuse me. But it made my nose run. I'm used to, on complex juices, something on the inhale, something on the exhale. In this case, with Pipe Dreams juices, it's everything all in one at the same time. I can't explain that to you. I've never had it before. I get the apple pie with the pastry, with the vanilla ice cream, with the whipped cream, all together in one vape. As it enters my mouth, it's strong. I will say that they're strong on the flavourings. If you like very mild, subtle flavourings, this is not for you. This is strong stuff. Strong but absolutely delicious. I'm sorry, my nose is blocked, hence the one nostril action. I know it's funny, but that's the way it is. Okay. Absolutely divine. It gets a 9 out of 10. πA². It tastes amazing on this drip tank. I'm sure it would taste equally good, if not better, in the Bellus, which I'm going to fill it up when I finish this. Okay, 12 minutes. Okay, I tried to keep it to 10. Let's move swiftly forward, clean out this cotton a bit, and we'll move on to number 3 for today, which is Davash Kipodin, which is in English, as Shai tells me, hedgehog honey. And I'll find the description for you, because hedgehog honey, dear friends, is a moist, freshly baked homemade honey cake, dripping with liquid sugar and drenched with lashings of sticky honey. Honey cake with sugar. Okay. Pipe Dream, let's see what you got. Don't know if I mentioned that these are all 3 milligram nicotine. The nicotine's nice and smooth. I don't have a head rush. I'm feeling good. In fact, I'm feeling great. And the flavour in my mouth is just, the only word is sublime. It's just staying in my mouth as if I just finished a piece of homemade apple pie, which I really feel like going to make now because I got the taste for it. Hedgehog honey, and we're off. Oh, gosh. That is unbelievable. Have you ever seen those little honey biscuits? They're like little biscuits like this, essentially made of honey cake, and they've got over the top this sort of liquid sugar which has turned into sort of frosting, sort of a sugar frosting. That's what this is. Wow, that is intoxicating. It's sweet, it's honey, and honey is a very hard ingredient to tame from my experience of the e-liquids that I've tasted. Yeah, a sweet honey cake, cookie, biscuit, sugar-filled, sugar-covered, or whatever. It's exactly what it tastes like. I'm not used to being so nicely surprised with juices. Usually my general ratio on juices, 14 minutes. We're going to keep it under 15, I promise. My general ratio with juices is 1 in 5. If I get 5 juices and I like 1, it's a good day. I've tasted the first 3, and I'll admit they were ones that are in my flavour profile. I like honey, I like apples, whatever. But these were absolutely awesome. the cider from the Autumn Fog was just like spiced cinnamon cider or something, but don't even know if it was cinnamon. The apple pie squared or whatever was a baked apple pie with ice cream and cream, and the Hedgehog honey was honey. Not sure what the hedgehog has to do with it, but it was honey. So far, I'm very impressed with Pipe Dream, and I'm looking forward to the next review, and I'll see you there.